WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. All right, this is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones.
And Michelle Broughton. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, family.
Yes, and Michelle, this has been a wonderful year for you. Okay, great year.
I'll be happy to see this year. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Family, we want to wish you a happy new year early because this will be our last show. So we know that many people have situations that are going on, and they're wondering what is the new year going to bring for them. I'm not really that type of Christmassy and New Year-y type of person. Michelle, how are you about those things?
The meaning and the reason for the season, for those of us that celebrate the coming of the Lord Jesus, is the reason for the season for myself and my family. And with COVID, it's even more so just to celebrate family. It's great to be alive. It's great to be healthy, to go help your relatives and your family and your children. So for us, it's celebrating life because nothing in the future is promised. So every day is called the present. That's a gift. It's a gift, and you celebrate the gift as much as you can because in 24 hours, everything changes.
Everything.
24 little hours.
Everything changes. You know, that was a song, 24
It is.
little
and I sing
hours.
That song at
Do you?
night. Oh, yes.
I'm about to call you one time and sing it for me. Family, we want you to know that we love you, we appreciate you, and we respect you. And, you know, for the persons who've been saying, Billy, we have not been able to pull your program up for a while. Hopefully in 2022, it'll be in a position, or I'm going to find out how to get it distributed to you so that we can get those folks out there who love the Talk Beat Jones. And Michelle, you know, we had a situation where we could look at on a weekly basis how many views, how many people were watching, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll just say this straight up, Jones, the Talk Beat Jones show, during the time we were able to be rated, we were in the top 2 every week, no lower than number 3 in terms of viewers pulling up, watching our programs.
Thanks to you.
Thanks to you.
Thank
So
you.
we don't have that ability at this point, and we're looking to try to find another way so that people can watch us and talk to us and get involved with the
Yes.
Talk Beat Jones.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
I have an exciting person that's going to be calling in at some point this year coming up
Okay.
from Los Angeles. Oh yeah, we're gonna have it. We're gonna be talking about that hair replacement and we'll be talking about various different things on the healthcare. Ooh, a little late. However, for family members out there who are looking at how to save their hair or replace their hair, and you know, we know, ladies. There are many, many ladies who've had hair loss or hair situations or gone through a medical situation and have not been able to regrow their hair.
And stress to take it out, too. You know, we worry about too many things, children, family, elderly parents, and our jobs.
Yes.
And going through it, you might not think it, but it's stressful.
It's stressful.
And the body is taking that blow.
Yes, yes.
So we have to replenish in order to strengthen everything up and start new growth.
That is true. Now, COVID, I just have to do this straight up. I want to say this real quickly, Michelle. And remember, family, what I say is Billy Jones, and it does not reflect Michelle's thoughts. It's Billy's thoughts. And I was listening this morning to a person that was involved with the dance, they call it the dance community. And we remember when COVID hit, we had a lot of deaths, and it was traced to that environment. And I'm listening to a person who comes from that environment, and he's talking about the fact that we don't need to be taking that stuff, put it in our bodies. We don't know what it's going to do. They don't even know what it's about. When we look at the spread and we look at the folks that we've lost and are losing, I know I lost, and many of us lost, all of us lost, State Rep Isaac Robinson, Mr. Wilson, Tom Wilson, and others. But I'm just wondering, Michelle, folks are saying, well, we don't have to take the shots. They should just talk about wearing the mask. What is your thoughts on that?
Funny you would bring that up. No, really. I just went to get a physical to make sure I'm okay for the new year going forward.
Yes.
And my physician, the doctor, said it is so important because the new, if I hope I'm saying it right, Omicron.
Omarion. Okay. Omarion,
Smaller.
like the singer, Omarion.
Right. It's smaller particle, and it's spread by air. It's airborne, and it will. He said 100%. It will catch you. It will find you, and you will be sick. So you need to layer up. That means get your shot, become vaccinated. Then you have to get a booster. And so these are layers. You still have to wash your hands when I'm in public, not right here. I have on gloves. And you have to wear a mask around people in the public, people that you aren't already immune to or you don't share the same thing. I have mine as well. But this one coming around, it might not kill you, but you're going to be very sick. And he said he can't tell us enough. And I don't know what anything is. I don't know what's in Coca-Cola. I don't know what's in the McDonald's hamburger, but you put it in your body.
I don't know what's in
Tylenol.
Tylenol.
And it makes you fat. You know. I would rather be protected, live another year. We got a couple of more days, so I'm not there yet. Live another year. Stay healthy to live the next year.
Can I address one thing here? And they're talking about, and for folks out there saying, well, you're not going to die, you're going to get sick. Let me address the folks who are single, by yourself. Everything, and you're not a person who is having people with you all the time. You're living by yourself. You enjoy your own space. You enjoy not having folks around you, etc. We have people like that. And so what this is telling me is that if I get sick, I'm speaking for those who live by themselves, men, women, youngsters, you get sick, what is your life like? Who's going to take care of you? Folks that you said, I don't need your company. I don't come to that. I like being by myself. Well, folks, all of a sudden you're saying, I need some help. I'm bedridden, because they're not saying how deeply you're going to be ill in terms of this virus. They're simply saying you're not going to potentially die. Now, that's addressed to those persons who have been had the shots in the arms. We're going through a process now where these group homes, not group homes, I have a mistake, these homes where folks are ill or they're being kept.
Rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation centers. Thank you, Ms. Michelle Broughton. It's hidden again. I was talking with a person who works in that environment, and they told me that it came up nine. And two of the folks have been sent to the hospitals, and the hospitals are saying they don't want them. They want to send them back to the homes.
Right. Our healthcare workers, our heroes, are also getting sick, and you do know that they have vaccinated, boosted up, and everything. Whatever this new thing is bad. It's really bad. So all I would like to tell everybody is do what you need to do to be safe. Put on your mask. Because it's not going away. And we just want to be safe, because I know I wouldn't want to be in that position. You could be to the point where you can't even get yourself a glass of water. You can't.
And by the way, you folks who were enjoying the hockey, basketball, football, and we go because many of us have our special athletes that we just worship. We worship. We buy our tickets, we come out there, we get our times around that athlete. That's our guy, that's our girl, that's our lady, whatever. You're reading now, the game has been canceled because of what? The players with COVID, the coaches with COVID, the staff with COVID. You're watching a game, basketball, football. Oh, this team has 5 to 7 players that can't play because what they're in COVID protocol. Thank you for letting me know last week about what COVID protocol was about.
Yeah.
So we are still having this process where we have grown in America where everyone has a microphone. Everyone has an ability to be heard. And therefore, it used to be folks who didn't have, quote, the ability to really understand. They were kind of put over there. They didn't have a voice necessarily. Now, everybody, I don't care what your intelligence level is. I don't care what your education level is. I don't care what your comprehension. It doesn't matter. You have a voice. You get on the telephone and you can talk, and people who are on these radio stations, etc., they are inviting anybody because that's what makes them work. That's what makes them work. But the advice you're hearing, the conversation you're hearing, the chatter you're hearing, is it good for you? We talk about the children and the things that they're listening to, and then we listen to all this grown-up on the radio. They're like children. I didn't know what I'm not going to put that in my body. And I'm doing this because I want you to understand there's a difference. I don't know what's in my body. I don't know what this stuff is going to do to my body, and etc. And 3 weeks later, don't worry about his body. He's dead.
Could be.
313-412-3. About to give out my telephone.
They're going to be calling you.
I'm not. There we go. Thank you. We're going to put the numbers up there, and those numbers are available for you to call. And let's talk on the Talk B. Jones if there's a conversation that you have. Michelle, I just had to get a few things off my chest like that. Now it's on to you.
Now it's on to me. Well, that's very good. We want to make sure that everybody understands. This is very important. The other thing I wanted to add to the conversation is in the disease specialist world.
Yes.
The scientists, the doctors, and the specialists that works in that realm knew were being prepared, maybe not exactly for this, but before this was a disease called SARS.
Mm.
And SARS really didn't hit, maybe I didn't hear the chatter like now everyone, maybe some people, and in the countries that have the least medical care, they were being sickened by SARS. So they were 10 years back preparing to get something to inoculate us, to protect us, to make a vaccine that would keep us safe so we wouldn't have to experience that. And so I don't want to call anybody's name, but the administration before this one released the funding to get that done, because they have to have people, they have to have it manufactured, they have to have factories, they have to have it in a safe, clean environment to grow, build, construct a vaccine. And when you have red tape, that's what takes years. But would you want to wait years for a vaccine for COVID and watch all your people die? And then when we could have had it to prevent the death, because to me that's early death, like getting hit by a car. You never live to be 100 because your life was cut short. COVID is cutting our lifespan short.
And it is putting us in a situation where from day to day, week to week, month to month, we don't know if we're going to be healthy. Because my friends, your friends, their friends who say, I don't know if I want to put this in my body, but I don't have to tell nobody because I can say, yeah, I had my shots. And they're around you. And you're laughing, you're enjoying yourselves, you're enjoying the different things that you do together. And guess what? Now you're sick. And we are getting sick because the people said from the very beginning, if you don't get the inoculations, you're going to have this stuff to mutate. So now we've got a left hand is mutating to a left hand, and that left hand is mutating to a left kind of on the right hand. It's continuing. It's continuing, family. And it's like sometimes they say, well, the horse is out the barn now. The horse is gone. He's running.
You can't pull him back. He doesn't have a rein. He don't have anything. You can't pull him back. He's gone.
Yeah. So
he's gone.
And it's kind of bad. We're at the end of the year, and this is what we're talking about.
Still.
Everybody's talking about it. People say, why are you talking about it? We don't want to hear that. Yes, you do. Because apparently people are not getting through to everybody, not to people that says, I don't want to do this, period. As I stated, my mother died, my father died, my brother died, my sister died, but I'm not going to die because I believe in, and I'm not going to say this and just, in fact, I won't say it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to make sure that everybody's safe so you do make it to the next year. We have 2022, and I had to think because I brain fog. That's going to be an exciting year, maybe. We have so much going on. They changed the maps for Michigan.
Ooh.
We are losing representation.
Are you talking about the redistricting?
Yes.
They've changed it already? Or are they still working on it?
It was on the news.
See,
And it's going to, I didn't see it in the paper. Maybe I got the wrong paper.
that's why I say we don't, everything is in the news or the papers, etc. But like I said, I didn't see it. I didn't hear it.
Right. I
We
didn't see
come
it in
here.
This morning's
Go right
paper.
ahead.
I didn't, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it in this morning's paper, but I stayed up late and I didn't see it at 6 o'clock, but 11 o'clock news, they were able to display the maps. And they also know, they meaning the commission that changed the maps, that we're going to challenge that. We'll probably go to court. The maps were said or reported they're going to change November. We have elections in August of 2022, and we have elections in November 2022. And the candidates that want to run, still not yet. They're going to get it in a few more weeks. Pay attention, people. So I know Debbie Dingell's district has changed. And so she may not represent now Dearborn, Allen Park, and that she's going to be pushed all the way over to Ann Arbor. So she's going to have to work really hard because that's a popular name. But really in Ann Arbor, if they had a favorite candidate, a favorite congressperson that they supported, she's going to have to work hard because those are not her people.
No, those were her. And Dingell is the husband.
Right.
She was godfathered in.
Right, right. So they are going to be vigilant. They vote. The whole family votes. Great grandma all the way down to the 18-year-old that just turned 18. They all go to the polls. Detroit is separated again. We are not one whole block. So now we're Detroit, Grosse Pointe, Huntington Woods. And so do we really work with those people?
Could you
Do they want to work with us?
Wait, could you
'Cause
break
we
that
work
down?
with everybody.
Could you? I mean, is this new? I mean, I'm totally confused.
It's not new, but they busted up the map. So what I'm saying is Detroit will not have the strongest voting collective. So it won't be a 13th and a 14th anymore.
What?
No, they've changed all that. So anyway, we have the governor's race. You know, they're attacking her. I want to live my best life. I need the best candidate that cares about children, the elderly, the returning citizens, the working class, the schools, small business. I need a person like that. I don't need a person that want to bash everyone that doesn't fit their little square. The state Senate seats are up, and your state rep seats are up. All of those districts are changing, and we have to pay attention. I don't know what the it's not going to be pretty. Just say that. It's never going to be pretty. Yes. So after the break, stay tuned.
Yes, and when we come back, you're going to talk more politics. I mean,
Well, I need us to pay attention
to
because this
understand.
year is the year.
Yeah, I mean to understand because these maps, because I hear that Brenda Lawrence may be in a situation, and if you got the 13th and the 14th, that's no longer going to be the 13th on the left, the right, on the 14th on the right. They now have to come together, one district. Is that right?
Something like that.
So whoever's representing the 13th or the 14th, there won't be, somebody's not going to be the.
Correct.
Okay, well, we're going to come back. We're going to do this thing again and tell you about who is what and what's who when we come back on the
Talk Beat Jones.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
Hi, this is LaWanda,
This is R.J. Watkins.
coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
The environment is so friendly. Always feel like home.
We have so much support from the staff. You meet people who are like you.
I always had a passion to help others, so this is the perfect place for me.
You're not afraid to reach out. Flora Kiwang, Cameroon.
Maklit Shonga, Ethiopia.
Javed Khan, Bangladesh. Dennis Kerr, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
They give you what you need for the future.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and again, I am Billy E. Jones.
And Michelle Broden.
Break it down, Miss Broden, Miss Michelle Broden. Break it down as we're ending up the year and getting ready to come into the new year. Hi, y'all. Happy New Year early.
Happy New Year early. Hope everybody is safe and looking forward to a new year and better things to come. That's my hope for everyone.
And go ahead, Michelle Broden.
Before the break, I was speaking to we need to pay attention. We need to be vigilant because this is the political year that we have to participate in. And no matter how they redistrict the maps, the most important thing that I learned a couple of years ago when President Barack Obama was running the first time, they didn't do, not because of him, the clerk and the people didn't do a sign up registration. You got to vote. You got to go vote. Get the new registered people voted. But guess what? The people that have been registered for years finally showed up. That's what we need to do. We need to show up. Yes, we need to register the new voters. Yes, we need to register new residents to Michigan. We have to equally be intense to get the message out to the people who are already registered to vote, because I never seen a line so long when President Barack Obama was running for the president of the United States. So we have the people, we have the votes, but if they're not concerned about the issues, they should be, because this group of people that's gonna come, new governor, new lieutenant governor, possibly. If the one is current is not successful, everything's going to be different. State reps, the senators, they make laws that we have to live by. They make the laws that we have to live by, and they will be there for a long time. So we need to make sure we put in place people who care about people like us that want to make Michigan better, Detroit better, and our lives better. So we really, really have to pay attention. This is the time too, because after this, then you come the presidential race, and people are already fighting with that. They don't know who they want to support. The Democrats, unfortunately, are not a united front. I'm just going to say it, and I hope you guys prove me wrong. Right now, they're not.
This is Michelle Broden, family. Michelle Broden is speaking.
So we need to get better. We need to join forces. We need to agree to disagree, but work toward the greater good. The greater good is to make the people's condition better. So they have jobs, they're educated properly, and people can take care of their neighborhoods, their cities, their state, because they now have the resources which the government can funnel to the left or to the right. It's like, fix those roads. Are they fixed?
Fix those damn roads.
Right, but did you do it? That's what you ran on.
Well, was COVID around when they were saying these things?
It wasn't, and so that would be the brick wall. You run up against a brick wall, but you have to adjust. You have to readjust. When you do that, you need to come back to the people and explain to them what is going on or how you're going to readjust to address the issues. When you don't, you just can't give me a new slogan. You can't, because I need results, or I need an explanation, and I need a plan.
How do you vet?
Plan A, Plan B.
How do you vet folks that we're saying we want to make sure our folks go out to register to vote. Who and how are folks vetted to say, I represent my community, and I have gone through the process where the people say and have shown through my background check, through my commitment to the art, to the work of my community, I am the one. How do the people pick that person and make the people get excited? Because that seems to be the problem, is that we just don't get the type of candidates that people, except Mary Waters,
because she put in the work. She went to the people. I'll just have to say it because
Please
it
say
is a public. So you go to the 14th and you ask for an endorsement, and they say, we don't want you. We got somebody else. But did you present me in front of the people? Did you give them a chance so that they can also weigh in on this? But when you have so few making a decision for so many, most of the times you make the wrong decision. So then it's up to you as a candidate, since that organization decide they don't want to interview you, they don't want to support you, and they can give you all the reasons or not, because they have a favorite person or cousin or friend or union member that they want to support. Then you go to the people, because after all, who votes? The people.
Okay.
Yes, you would like the endorsement of any organization, but when you don't get it, the best thing, nobody can tell your story better than you. You tell your story. You don't let other people tell your story. They can help if they're on your side, because sometimes they get it wrong. Only you can tell your story. And if you have that dedication, it's up to you to touch the community. It's up to you to get foot soldiers to help you on that journey and spread the news. Some people say, like, you know, the one that did spread the news with his disciples. That's what you gotta do. I don't want to put that weight on anybody, but you have to go and spread the news.
And just kind of moving in this direction too, have you gone to the grocery stores of late?
Yes.
Have you noticed the shelves, the selection of foods or the quality of the foods that are left after a certain time? The supply chain is totally just going down, down, down. We had Mr. Leo Brazil and guest hosting from Oakland, California, and he spoke on the fact that all these things is happening from where? From within the family, from within the child care system. People can't go to work. Why? Because of and it just continues. Just continues. You can't get workers because what? They can't get child care. If they can't get child care, what are they going to do?
Stay home.
Then if they stay home, then you don't have, you got big things that you see, but it's those small components that go into those big things.
Right.
And the people are saying, we don't have the workers. We're running out of we've run out of these supplies.
Right.
Because we can't get the workers.
To put them on the shelves.
Remember when everybody said, $15 an hour, $15 an hour. Well, $15 an hour. Now they say, that ain't nothing. I don't need no $15 an hour. I don't need $15 an hour. Give me some money. But they started doing that. You look at some of the jobs that they're offering, and they still can't get workers.
Right. But if you don't have daycare or care for the
Please speak on
small children that are not school-aged children, then it's difficult because you don't have stay-at-home grandmothers. They're working too. They're part of the workforce. You don't have the auntie or the sister. You don't have that because everybody needs to work because that's the situation at hand. Daycares, I hear, don't know because I don't have a daycare person, but they're struggling to keep daycares safe because with the small ones, they sneeze, they cough, they're little, you have to change a diaper. So you're dealing with all of these liquids and things. So since they don't know how to keep it clean, then they can't be open because the children.
And you're constantly doing this to the math.
Yeah, little people.
Yeah.
Little people. So most daycares are closed or very limited. Like instead of taking 40 kids, they can only take 10 because then we have to be spread out.
But if they can't make it so that children are able to go to these different schools, and I don't know if I'm saying different schools because some districts are able to be kind of successful and some aren't. But if the schools can't get it right, then how can the daycare of these little bitty children be safe?
That's the question.
You know, and if we don't have the ability to take care of our babies while the adults or the mothers or the fathers or the responsible adult is trying to get the employment or trying to work, then where are we? Where are we going? I mean, the basis of us was to be able to have safety for our children so that we can go and concentrate on our business, our job, or whatever it is we got to do, but our children are safe. You know what, you go to work, you know at a certain time you're going to come by and you're going to pick up your babies, and they're going to expect them to be in good, mommy, daddy.
Right.
You know, not, or Mr. Jones, we had a situation today that we don't know if your child he's not acting right. Something's wrong.
Well, you know what happened in Detroit?
Tell me.
Which was really crazy. I hadn't heard of it before, but some people have the foot, hand, and mouth disease. Went through the preschools and the daycares. I'm like, what is that? I've never in my life. And that closed down schools. And again, how do you get it? By not making sure the work area is clean. So I don't know. It's just a delicate situation. And the days of grandma staying at home, no more. Not in our communities anyway.
Well, we also have to now let's understand too that it started with our good drug habits too. It started our good drug habits, and it started off with our the process that grandmothers were being grandmothers at 35, 40. They're not ready to sit back and just be a child care person. They're out still doing their thing.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, that's just getting real, because if you are 35, 45, and you're a grandmother, that's because you had a child who, quote, had a child. But you're not ready to, you know, can you give us an idea what grandmothers used to be? They were ready to be at home and take care of the babies, and you know, you go out and do what you got to do.
Be a grandmother.
Yeah. In fact, some people don't even call me grandma. Give me a different name.
Right.
Yeah. So, family, what's on the process for you to look at that's going to be good for 2022 for you? Are you looking at the safety? Are you looking at the safety of your environment? Are you really talking to the young folks? Because I was out doing some things, and I continue to see the young folks, they're just going around and as though nothing's happening, no masks. And as a person, you know, you're dealing with them, and that's what I'm saying about people say, well, you don't have to get no shot in the arm, just tell people to wear the mask. That's wonderful, and that would be great. But however, I challenge anyone here that's listening, or anyone that may be able to pick this up later, because, you know, we're on the air every Wednesday from 10 to 11, and then you can watch us again on Sundays from 8 to 9. Challenge. Do you have folks that you just walk up to you and they don't have a mask? And you are kind of not intimidated, but you don't want to get in their space. Excuse me, stay back. You don't have a mask. That's great rhetoric, but is the practicality of it happening? Is it happening? Not really, not all the time. And the thing is that when something is not being consistent, you open yourself up, is what we're saying, family. Yes, I can appreciate people saying, I don't want to put this stuff in my body. I don't know. Everyone has a choice. That's why we got all of these religious bases, because everybody has a choice. But if you are not willing to wear your mask 100%, because even though I may be The process, I have had my injections, but they tell you if you're with people who have not had the injections and have been exposed, then they can give you that exposure. We wear masks. We wear masks. How many of you seen folks, even when they're talking about the fact that you got to have a mask and they should do it like a shot, and you'll see some people with their mask. I got my mask on. Yeah.
But your nose is exposed.
Your nose.
But we need to also, I guess, in our community, I don't know the other folks, non-believers, we have to have a conversation that's not combative. And I'm saying that for the young people, because the young people always got an answer. You know, they always know more than everybody and don't know anything. They don't respect the elders or the seniors. They just want to do what they want to do. But at some point, we need to have a conversation so that we can get the information in the teaching profession. I stopped feeling bad because I learned one great lesson.
What lesson was that, Miss Michelle Broten?
You can't save them all. And the ones that I do save, teach, educated, come back and thank me years later. You know, you having that, and you're trying to make sure that they get everything that they need so they can be successful. And sometimes you have the one just not going to hear what you say, not supported at home. Even if they are supported at home, they have their own way. And sometimes they come back and they say, I should have listened to you, but you didn't. So now what you have to do is put your best foot forward and do better. But you can't save everybody. But we still need to have a conversation so that the information is shared and that they own up to it and know how important it is to save everyone and cover up from the nose to the mouth so that everyone is safe. But it's too much information. You have all those other little platforms, and so people aren't listening. They're listening, but to wrong information or something that's not correct. So I don't want to advertise what those little platforms are, but you know what I'm talking about, social media. Let's just call it that. And it's not one message. Nobody will come and do a united front and say, hey, let's everybody stop. This is what it is, and agree to that. Because even doctors are fighting with each other.
Just got a little something, then you come back. John Madden. When you mention the name John Madden, I want to
spend a lot of money on those.
Spend a lot of money, a lot of love. When you mention John Madden, everybody just smile and just think about how wonderful and how great John Madden is. John Madden is now an ancestor, and you should hear the folks and the things that they have to say about John Madden. This man will go on for as long as time will go on because of the games that people have put together around the John Madden. The fact that I'm from Oakland, the Oakland Raiders, that was John Madden. Just win, baby, Al Davis. You know, I mean, come on now. These folks out here doing things. But Chucky, the person, I'm going to leave that alone, too, because I'm going to leave that alone. But I do want to say that John Madden has died and at 85 years of age, and they say that's unexpected.
Yep, just suddenly. Sometimes it happens that way. You've done the best you can, you've done your job, and you're gone.
Let's see if we can get this caller on. Caller, if you heard the click stop and you hear my conversation, please talk to me now. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam walaikum salam.
How you doing, Billy?
I'm doing wonderful. Who am I speaking to?
You remember the last time we talked, Thomas Tate, we talked about health is wealth?
Yes, sir.
And you remember you talking about your friend in California talking about health and wealth, and you said, look, man, I look like I'm a little bit out of shape. I said, Billy, now you talking crazy. I said, I've been seeing you here for a minute, and I said, you still straight. And then also, let me go back. You remember when you had Mr. Muhammad and Miss Muhammad on your show?
Yes, sir.
And we talked about respect, and we talk about wa assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. It means peace and grace be with you. But we also talked about you were going to be brought to your knees Now the plague is here. 7 plagues with seven angels with 7 trumpets. Both of them are peeling off of each other. Now you've been brought to your knees. It ain't like a long time ago when God took you, brought Noah to take you to a place for safety. Now God is separating the good from the evil. People need to pay attention. Like that preacher said, it hit you wrong, you're gone.
That's right.
I love you.
That's right.
I'll be with you always.
Hey, brother, and you know what? You're always welcome to talk on the Talk B. Jones, okay? Appreciate you. Thank you. Michelle?
Yes.
You know, we keep trying to get away from it. Oh, by the way, what he was speaking of, family, is that I am a fitness master. Program Jones is still known as the persons for women that wanted to be fit, fine, toned, and firm. They came to Billy E. Jones, their size. And yes, I still continue to get conversations of folks saying, Billy, we need you to come back. We need your influence. We need your presence. We need you to come out and do the way that you do. And I'm working on that. I'm working on getting myself to the process whereby I can lead you. It's coming. I'm not sure if the station will allow me to get up on my Jones Size program and do some things. Wait a minute, it's my program. I forgot about that. I've got to take ownership of the things that we want to do on this show. Mm-hmm. But first, I have to always consult with my engineer, producer, and of course, Mr. Henry Tyler.
That's right.
I try to stay within the bounds.
That's right.
But I'm sure that we can do that because when I had my engineer before, I'd jump up and I'd do a little something. But we want to keep it professional. We want to keep it good. Right. We want to keep it so that it becomes a part of the program that you can jump up and do a little Jones Size. Caller, if you hear my voice, then you're alive. Speak to me. Give me your first name and what's your conversation. I'm Billy Jones, and my host is
Michelle Broden.
You're live.
Happy New Year, family.
Happy New Year to you, Minister Malik Shabazz.
Yes, God bless you. Both y'all are looking like $1 million.
Minister, let me do this real quick. He said that last time, and I said, man, I want to tell you what your program. I want to say to you, I didn't get a chance to complete that. You and your program is what I would like to have. It's a power base. When the people come to your table, when I'm watching, I see power. I see influence. I see a person that have people that are coming in and sharing their influence, their power with the community through you.
Right.
That's what I was speaking of when I said I should tell the people about how your program looks. That's what I meant, sir.
So what do you wish for us for the new year?
Me?
Yes.
Well, one, I want all of us to get through into the new year the land of the living.
Right.
But I'm looking for more energy. I'm looking for more love. We have, I believe, 6 new people on city council. I'm looking for new energy from them and their staff. I'm looking for new energy from the people. I'm looking for love to just ascend.
That's right.
Rise up out the ashes like the phoenix.
That's right.
And just spread across the land. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, and go ahead.
And I look forward to on Wednesdays looking at a good-looking black man and a even more beautiful black woman, both intelligent, bringing it on this black station.
Thank you.
This man, and I'd say this, I want to compliment him for his generosity.
Yes. And support.
And people say, well, Billy, when Miss Akila would call in and would give me compliments, it's like on the air, it's hard for me to receive. I don't know why.
Just say thank you.
Just say thank you.
Say
I need to be,
thank you.
you know, even as an athlete, and I would do something, and you're supposed to, you know, receive the applause or whatever. I didn't really know how to.
Just say thank you.
Just say
you should
thank
have had
you.
a better coach.
Hey, my coach told us that what you do is like all the excitement folks are showing when they do something. He told us, you know, you don't show those emotions. You just act like that's what you are supposed to do. That's what you always do. Malik, come back with me, please. We got about, thank you. Got about 5 minutes. Why don't you and Michelle talk for a minute? Let me be quiet and drink me some orange juice.
Well, I just want to announce, if I may, that New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, excuse me, at 12 p.m., we're going back at 19703 Appleton in Detroit. We have not given up. It may be 9 years and 4 months, but we have not given up on this missing mother of two, Tamala, Nikki Wells. We're going back over to her house. We're going to have a prayer vigil, and we're going to go door to door with the Crime Stoppers literature, as well as the literature about keeping the heat on, keeping the water on, jobs, free jobs, and job training. Wayne County Community College District, WIC, and all of this as alternatives to slime, crime, and grime. So we never give up. You know, we thank God, we thank Justice Christ for the immediate victories, but as soon as we get a few, we go right back to the unsolved and the unresolved cases.
The minister, we have about 2 minutes left. We have about 2 minutes left. And since you're on the phone, real quickly, we want to let folks know how they can get more of the minister program. Why don't you hit that up real quick, Minister?
Okay, Saturdays, 7 to 8 a.m. with the Teachers Lounge, 8 to 10 a.m. yours truly, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Dr. Capense. All that's Get Up, Stand Up on WHPR. Saturday nights, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. at 9, 10 a.m. the Superstation.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Thank you.
And when is it that you may have the mayor back at the station on your program, sir?
Sometime in January. I don't have a date right now, but he's coming.
But you do have the mayor here. I mean, I want the folks to understand that the mayor is here. And so when you're hearing all this chatter, you know, whether you're for the mayor or not for the mayor, but when you're hearing all this chatter,
Get the information, get it correctly.
Yeah.
And support, because we want better conditions for all Detroiters. But you have to be
That's right.
active. You have to make sure you pay attention and support Malik, support the causes that makes the community better place for everyone, all Detroiters, because that's where I live.
Amen. Amen.
last word from you, sir.
Get up, stand up, love each other. Once again, December 31, 12 p.m. I know people want to party, they want to eat, but before then, come on out for a little bit. Let's pray. Let's rally. Let's go door to door, get our exercise on, and let's not forget one person. It is up to the living to speak up for the missing and the murdered. The living have to do that. Don't wait for the death
30 seconds. 30
or
seconds.
the kidnapping angel to come to your household. Do it now.
All right. Minister Malik, let your household know that we love them, we appreciate them, we respect them, and we're looking forward to having more interactions with you in 2022.
right.
my friend.
Peace and love.
You too.
Take care,
Peace
sir.
and love to the both of you and family.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Miss Michelle Broten, would you close out our program, please?
Family, stay safe. Make sure that you are well and your family's well. Get active. Get supportive. Go out to some of these community events. It'll make your heart better. It'll make us stronger as a community. And again, I want everybody to make it to the new year, and I want us to be healthy through 2022.
And I want to compliment the station that the sound system, the picture, the telephone quality of sound was just excellent. And so for the people to understand, none of these things are easy to make happen when you're doing it on a day-by-day live. It's a job. It's hard because all things wear out. This station works very, very hard at trying to make sure that we get the competitive edge with what we have. And it's you, the family. Miss Michelle, close it out, and I'm going to say my goodbye. I love you, family. Have a great new year.
Have a great new year. See you next time.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.